お前の道はここで終わりだ。見せてその先の力というもの。ブリーチ、ブレイブソウルズ。
Alright guys, we're back for yet another Bleach Brave Souls video, and today I'm gonna do something different this time. This is my list of my top 10 favorite characters, the characters that I love to use pretty much most of the time whenever I do get around to playing this game. And I just figure I may as well leave a disclaimer. This list is not comprising of who are the top 10 best characters in the game. This is a list of characters that I mainly love to play as the most and just favorites, okay? I don't want to hear, oh, character A should be above character B, or, oh, this character is not mentioned. Why is it not mentioned? Because it's my top 10 favorite characters. So anything that is completely factual doesn't matter at all. And as a matter of fact, if you guys have a list of top 10 favorite characters, you guys can pretty much feel free to leave it in the comment section below. I wouldn't mind reading them, and yeah, nothing is subjective. It's basically based on who you like to play as the most. There's nothing factually speaking in this list at all. If you guys want something factual, then please go watch my top 10 best characters, because at least there I put in the work to pretty much indicate who are the top 10 best characters, even though some of the lists have been kind of fumbled. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to update a couple of them, only a couple of them. But yeah, that being said, I think we can actually officially start. These are my own honorable mentions, and I have to give it to Mind Ulquiorra. I like this character. I really do. The kit, I just wish that this was repeated a bit more on characters. It's just that I feel like he's kind of a bit weak. That's the issue. Despite having a better kit and despite being better than Mind Lisa for most co-op content, just because he can farm Linksaw potions, super pots, droplets, mainly because it's my boy Ulk. If he had the 80% SP boost, oh my god, I would enjoy this character a lot more, as a matter of fact. Like, he just has it all. Frenzy +1, Berserker 40, increased status summon chance. He's just missing that SP boost. It would have been so good, man. I still like how he has literally a full screen SA2 and a full screen SA3. It's always good, man. It's always good at the end of the day. And then Concord Ichigo, who pretty much shares just about the same kit, just that he has a beam rather than the suction vortex. Still great in Inheritance Trial, so he is gorgeous, fantastic, epic grades too. Chef's kiss. Just that I sadly don't find him to be too much enjoyable for, like, you know, Limit Breaker quest and Guild quest, just because of the fact that he's mainly reliant on doing damage when enemies are not afflicted by an ailment. And that's pretty much why, but everything else, I still love him. Again, he shares the same exact kit as Ulk, and that's why I pretty much love him. I have to put him as an honorable mention. And then Tokinada, I still love my boy to this day. I don't use him as much as I once used to, but hopefully later on down the line, whether we get a remake, we're definitely going to get a resurrection. He's definitely going to get some buffs to his skill set, but like, I would love to see a remake of him being as an SP character, and I would probably play as this character the most. Seto Kaiba voicing this character right here. Such a cool character, awesome visuals, his transformation mechanic. I still like this character. I still do. And I cannot wait for when he gets a resurrection. Like, we're definitely going to see his bruiser getting buffed up to, like, I don't know, 40, 50, 60. He's probably going to be somewhere around Oetsu level of damage, and hopefully he picks up booster, man. If he picks up booster, it's a freaking GG's, man. I cannot wait for when this character does get a resurrection. Like, he's awesome. I like him. And then Canfer Emerald Halibel, more so, I want her to get a remake, because she, if you guys did not know, for those that have pretty much, you know, not been following me for the longest of time, she was my very first character that I got on Brave Souls when I started again. I did have, like, you know, an OG account back in, like, 2016 when the game first dropped on Global, but like, I kind of left it. It wasn't until 2017 when I pretty much got into the game. My first 6-star character was Halibel, and yeah, ever since then, I was pretty much more pumped to see her Beyond Resurrection form. and she came and she was fun. She was one of the best characters for her time. It's just that she pretty much aged out. That's the issue. Like, the Berserker was still high, despite the fact that she had Frenzy +1 Havoc. Just that the kit wasn't all that. Like, she has the 570 lunge, 630 AoE boost all around her, SA3 full screen. She's definitely going to be a lot better once she gets a resurrection. If she picks up 50% pure damage, I'm all for it, because it just means that my girl will be a bit more usable for epic raids, IT, and I'll definitely take that for sure. We'll just have to wait and see what she gets, even though I feel like she's more than likely going to pick up multi-barrier. She's definitely going to get that, which I do not mind at all. I do not mind, because multi-barrier is such a broken skill. I just need my girl to pump a bit more damage. But besides that, I want her to get a remake, just like my baby boy Ulk did. So yeah, honorable mentions wrapped out. Number 10, White. I like this character, definitely. It's just, I don't know, the kit I wish were like, you know, super OP, but I'm not gonna deny that this character is still awesome. He's still number 2 for the mind attribute, and he is so goddamn strong. Like, you guys have no idea how to make a character without an OP kit be stupidly freaking busted, with the fact that he has Frenzy +2, Havoc of 20% increased status summon chance, 80% SP boost, and does an extra 40% damage to drained enemies and 60% to lacerated enemies. And his soul bomb was really strong too. The reason why back then in my initial top 10s, when we had, you know, anniversary drop, the reason why I put White above Unohana is because he was still better than her for guild quests. And it's mainly due to the fact that he just had such a strong soul bomb, ridiculous DPS output, that even if Retsu had Rampage, this guy was still better than her for guild quests. But ever since, you know, Very Hard GQ came in, yeah, let's just say the meta reset definitely did affect his soul bomb, and now he's just a DPS character, which he still gets away with it just fine, definitely does. It's just that Yuha just pretty much replaces what he does, and Retsu also replaces what he does now, which is, you know, kind of taking a toll on him, but he's still a great, fantastic character regardless. I do want to 5-5 him, but I'm in no rush. I can perfectly wait until the 9th anniversary to get more copies of him. He's still immune to every status element, has Marauder, still the only character besides Soifun and Yoruichi to have 4 flash steps. I'd like to see that being integrated into multiple characters, and yeah, Suction Vortex into a lunge, full screen lunge, vacuum into explosion. That's why he's able to get most of his DPS out, which is pretty much crazy. It's crazy. Number 9, 7th anniversary Uryu. This character aged so well. I have to be 100% honest. I still love using this character as a whole, even though I do use different speed characters, but like, he's still good. He was the very first Gage character. I prefer him more over, like, you know, the likes of Nini and Ichibe, just because of the fact that he can inflict status ailments non-stop. Like, he has Frenzy +2 with 40% strong attack damage, Berserker 20 with speed attribute character strong attack damage. Weakening and Drain is such a strong combo. His debuff is also quite great for epic raids, like... And his kit is similar to White, just that he has a 3k length beam and a full screen SA3, which is still really good. Like, he's aged really good. It's just that he doesn't have the start gauge skill like Bruno, and I personally still like Bruno more as a gauge character than anything else. So, yeah, I have to put him at number 9. I do like this character a lot, still to use, still fun. He's good in Limit Breaker Quest once at Max Transcendence, but there's definitely a lot better characters out there to use. 8th anniversary Ichigo as well. He's also another personal favorite of mine. I was really happy to see this version of True Shikai Ichigo come into the game. Now, granted, he's definitely aging a bit faster than I thought, but for guild quests, I do think that he's still quite good. Like, I used him as a side unit alongside 3rd Annie Ulk, and he did not disappoint. Like, that tracking vortex of his is so stupidly strong. It really helped with being able to clean out bosses faster. I got like a 41-second remaining clear time with my Max Transcended Ulk, this Ichigo that was 2-5, and my Max Transcended Jushiro, so pretty crazy. Although I could get a better score, just I don't have Nini maxed out, but you guys get the point. Still the only character with Frenzy +3. We're eventually going to start getting more of this, but like, I feel like Frenzy +3 with 20% full stamina damage boost alone just isn't good enough. Like, we just have, you know, stronger characters like Yuha, Boha, Retsu, Kilgate that just can all pretty much out damage this guy, and he needed, in my opinion, just a slightly better SA2 because he only has the 750 into tracking vortex. 18% shave really isn't the greatest, and then the SA3 is full screen. Like, I definitely defended this character, but honestly, I think the amount of defending I did to the character was pretty much justified because he's just ridiculous. But for Limit Break Request, I can definitely tell you guys, he aged out fast because of, you know, Kilgay taking his spot, and then Yuho Baha being the new Limit Break Request king. So, like, I do not deem this character to be ridiculously good for Limit Break Request unless you don't have, like, I don't know, a good solid character to use over him. Even Parasol Rukia is actually better than him, and I spoke a lot of trash about that character, so yeah, I'm not gonna deny that. I'm not gonna deny that as a whole, but yeah, still fun. I like this character, and sadly, I'm gonna have to make a video following up about the 8th anniversary characters, just so that way we can just, you know, talk about the characters. Number 7, Kilgay. Kilgay's just stupid. He's become one of my favorite characters now to play as. He's just, bro. 3 years to get this character, and he just doesn't disappoint. He just doesn't disappoint. The only thing is that he doesn't have double killers, but like, Frenzy plus 2, Rampage, 80% SP boost. Damage to drain enemies as well. Full stamina damage boost of 20. Hard attributes, strong attack reaches 20%. And has the broken kid like 6 Annie Eisen. 3K linked beam. 960 into homing vortex. SA3 full screen. And most of all, he's being voice acted by Beerus! Gotta love the homie. But yeah, he's still good. He's still ridiculous. He's strong. And it doesn't even matter if in IT, he gets his drain blocked. He can still kill enemy mobs, still get the 80% SP boost because IT is bugged. You can still get that even though you're unable to heal, unable to inflict status summons. You can still get the damage out and just be stupidly broken, and you can build up the rampage. Like, I underestimated this character, and I'm glad to be proven wrong because he is actually really good. I like him. Am I gonna 5-5 him in the future? Maybe. I don't know. I personally want to say for, like, you know, more 1000-year blower characters. I'm more so looking forward to when we get Tata Foras, Asnot, Bankai Rukia, and who else? Definitely True Bankai Ichigo whenever he does come into the game. A remake of Grammy. Those are what I'm really looking forward to, 1000-year blower from 2024 and onward. So, like, let's see what happens. Other than that, very good. It's great to see this character finally come into the game and be stupidly broken. Like, you guys have no idea. Although he's just a bit slow. He just doesn't have long stride. And I would love to pretty much give this guy double long stride for him to be speedy. But I digress. Let's just move on. And at number 6, I have to put the Quincy I like playing as the most. Asnot. It was definitely worth the wait for this character, but he wasn't as strong as Kilgay because Kilgay just had the Rampage skill, the better kit, and everything. He definitely had a lot more to his skill set than Asnot. But I prefer Asnot because he is my overall favorite Quincy. I've been waiting for this character to come into the game for so goddamn long. He was literally one of my favorite Quincy's upon reading the manga alongside Jugrim, and I wanted this character to come into the game when I saw his character model in the initial 1000-year blower manga story mode, which pretty much now has been pretty much Thanos all those years ago. And seeing this character, it's still like a dream come true. I definitely cannot wait for when we get his Tartar Foras form, because that's probably going to be even better than this Asnot potentially. But like, this character's so good. I definitely like him. Even though he plays like a range collision character, I've definitely grown to love this kind of kit in particular with what this character can actually do. He does have, like, you know, the 40% shave, but like that 40% shave is pretty much the key factor into getting his 80% SP boost. His SA2 is basically the biggest problem though, because you cannot inflict status summons. You have a way too big of a ridiculous cooldown, and you don't even have, like, you know, a 960 into tracking vortex to help. And you need to wait for 16 seconds to get the SA2, but like, what I love about this character is what he can do, the voice acting, the visuals, and like, the soul bomb especially. If you guys ask me, and I were to give you guys my favorite soul bomb animation of 2023, this guy would take the cake. It's too beautiful visually looking. I love it. It's fantastic. It's great. I love this guy. But yeah, Frenzy +2, damage to slowed enemies of 40 and weakened enemies of 40%, really strong, 80% SP boost. He needed just, you know, better second Tron attack and increased status element chance. If he had that, oh my god, this would have been one of the most broken Quincy's in the game. Not surpassing Kilgay, but at least, like, you know, being up there with him because, again, I'm very happy with how he came into the game, but I feel like his kit needed to be better. It's just that they reserved him as a mid-month character. And the crazy thing is that this character is actually kind of tied with the new Hueco Aizen, man. It's crazy. And if I were to update my top 10 for mine, would I put this character over Aizen? I'd say probably so, because Aizen does not have increased status element chance or debilitator, so like he's kind of a bit weaker, only Frenzy +1. This guy's a bit stronger than Aizen, if you guys ask me, and I like him. I like him. But I'm not gonna discredit Aizen too, because he's way too good. Just, you know, I love my boy Aizen more. I really do. But yeah, that's number 6. Number 5, True Shikai Ichigo. Really happy to see this guy remade. I remember when I was first playing the game, 1000 Year Blower Round 3 was revealed. I was so hyped for him. I was really happy to see this form of Ichigo come into the game that I pretty much screamed like a bitch when I got him on my JP account, and then a few moments later I summoned on my global, and somehow I got this guy 3 of 5 on that account. Like, it was stupid. And back then Transcendence wasn't even a thing, so he's ridiculous. I like him a lot, definitely. He pretty much has the same kit as Unohana. That being said, I did wish that he had increased status summon chance against all enemies rather than Soul Reapers and Quincy's. That's the only thing that's kind of, you know, putting me from, like, you know, enjoying the character a bit more. But, like, he's still good. He's fantastic still. He, like, double killers, the secondary soul trait if I ever want to use him as a link, although I don't think I ever will, because I just have better heart links to use as an ult. Damage to lacerated enemy of 60, weakened enemies 40, immunity, Frenzy +2, 80% SP boost. The increased status summon chance against Soul Reapers and Quincy's is too good for Guild Quest. Just that in IT, when he doesn't have killer, it's very noticeable. That's the only thing that kind of holds me back from liking the character a bit more. And still good, but most importantly, the SA3 is ridiculous. It's just stupid. Just the fact that it's a 2-stage charge strong attack that is an 1170 at first and then becomes a 1200 radius. That's just so stupidly strong. And then he pretty much has the same SA1 and SA2 as 7th Anniversary Ryu. He's good. He's ridiculous. So yeah, his individual banner is also going to be dropping soon. I hope to 5-5 him. I do have a Rainbow Source, so I only need 2 copies, but we'll see what happens. Should the worst case scenario happen, I'll just wait until like July when I have 2 extra Rainbow Sources and use it on him, because I do not plan to go back in on the rerun for Ichigo and Yuha. Not at all. And number 4, 1000 Year Blower Retsu. Look, I was really happy that this character got remade. Oh my god. Back in the day, I remember summoning for this character. Alright? She was the PvP queen, and I wasn't pretty much getting anywhere near close to the amount of orbs, and I was getting shafted like crazy. Like, I was trying to pull for characters like Senna before, because I just didn't have a good power character. I tried going crazy for Toshiro, did not get him. And on Movie 1, I was very happy that I got Ichigo and Ganryu. Was it Ganryu? Ganryu? Whatever, who cares? He's relevant now. And when the Step Up banner came out, I was barely pulling any 5-stars. Like, I only pulled 1 5-star on the guaranteed. I wasn't even a whale heavy like I am now. Like, I was pretty much free to play back then, and let's just say my life back then was kind of a bit depressing. And then let's just say I had a couple orbs to do a few steps. It was like midnight, I summoned, and on the last step of the singles, I finally got her. I was still happy that night, and like, she was also one of my OG favorites back then, back in like 2017, 2017, 2018, when I was still new to the game, when I was still a noob to it. Like, it just brings back fond memories. And to be honest, seeing this character getting remade into a powerful SP character, it's just good. It's really good because it's making me relive the moments when I enjoyed BBS the most before everything got crazy, etc., before we had the big changes, and I was really happy that she got a remake. And yeah, Frenzy +2, full stamina damage boost of 20, Rampage, same skill set as Killgate, 80% SP boost, but just stronger because weakening stupidly OP. And yeah, extra cooldowns, stamina recovery, sprint +2, long strike, she's speedy as hell, 3k length beam, 870 lunge, 1170 into trap. Yeah, what a marvelous remake, man. What a marvelous remake. She was numero uno upon coming out, and once the GQ reset came in, but like, she still is like, you know, the top 3 best characters in the game. I would pretty much call the Yachiru, Ichigo, and Yuha trio the holy trinity of Thousand Year Blower, if I were to pretty much, you know, state my case. And it's crazy because all 3 of those characters got remakes now, which is good. We just need, like, you know, other Thousand Year Blower characters to get remakes, like Byakuya, still, Senkai 1, Hoshiro, Sajin, Rukia, Renji, Yoruichi, Kisuke. You guys name it. Wow, we still have, like, a lot of remakes to go through, huh? It'll be once we get more episodes of the animated, but, yeah, Retsu is ridiculous. I love her. She's still, like, you know, one of my, top 5 favorite characters. I'm definitely gonna try to get her among my top 5 most used characters alongside Ichigo and Yuha. Oh yeah, speaking of Yuha, he's number 3. Who do I have at number 2 and number 1? You guys will see in a good minute, because these are characters that I still love playing with, and pretty much would try to get the chance to always do so more than most of the OP meta characters. But yeah, really happy with how they remade him. It took 3 times to get a OP Yuha. Like, the first time, he was pretty much a PvP gimmick, and outside of PvP, he was pretty shit, mediocre, bad, garbage, awful. Even though his visuals were pretty good for his time, and the Soul Bomb was also amazing. The second one being the Heart one, you know, almighty form, he was great for PvP, and he still is a good PvP character to use to this day. He actually aged well and has not fallen off of the meta despite having Yama and Orihime being a problem in PvP as a whole. And outside of PvP, still useful in Guild Quest. In PvE, not the greatest because he is a melee NAD character with just Flurry +2. But, yeah, I digress. And then we finally get this one, who is a GQ King, Limit Break Request King, just fantastic for PvE overall, and that's what I want to see from the Quincy King himself. You just cannot make his Quincy subordinates be better than the Quincy King himself. It's just downright disrespectful. So the fact that it took this long, good God, it was a long wait. It took like 5 years to get a proper Yuha. And was the wait worth it? Fuck yes! Fuck yes! And I got him max transcended. He's marvelous, gorgeous, I love him. The visuals that he has is great. Just that I do feel like the Soul Bomb animation could have been a bit better. Rather than his Soul Bomb being Sancto Altar, I would have preferred if he had the Oswalin move because it was so good to see in the anime. Otherwise, I don't know, pushing back to like when we got more of the Core 3 fights and then he pretty much unleashes his almighty and then is like, my name is Yuha Boha and I'm the one who is going to rob you of everything, and that was when he kills Ichigo. So, yeah. Either way, this character is ridiculous. If I were to pretty much rate in terms of artwork and Soul Bomb, I still feel like the OG Mind has the better Soul Bomb out of the Yuhas. And then second would be this one, and the third one would be the Heart one, although probably the second one being Heart because, you know, almighty form. And when he just pretty much comes up at you and puts his hand to your face, it was pretty menacing. Here he's like, Sancto Altar. Then we get a little cool visual effect of that taking away some powers, and then he's like, it's over. So like, it's kind of a bit anticlimactic, but pretty much all comes down to personal preference. Artwork though, I still prefer the OG Mind one, second Heart, and then the third one, this one. But look, it's his skill sets that pretty much makes it all up, his kit, and he's just marvelous. He's marvelous. Like, he's even a speedy boy with long stride. I gave him double long stride, and this guy is just so fun to play with, like, Suction Vortex, 960 into Homing Vortex, SA3. Yeah, he's fantastic, easily. Now, who do we have for number 2 and number 1? These are, like, the characters I love playing as the most, but... Second character, 6th Anniversary Aizen. Aizen, you guys have to understand, he was another one of my favorite characters in the entire Bleach series. Like, if you guys want to know who my top 5 favorite characters are, it's Ulquiorra being at number 1 always, and will always be number 1 in my heart. Second, tied between Aizen and Ichigo, and then third will pretty much have to be tied between Yuha and Halibo in terms of overall favorite characters, and then the Quincy's and everyone else comes after that, and then pretty much everyone else comes after that. But bro, this guy literally just made me an Aizen fan once again. My avatar on YouTube is still taking form of the 6th Anniversary Aizen, and I had a friend pretty much orchestrate the design for him, and he aged well. He's still really good, just that his DPS is definitely outdated now because he only has Frenzy +2 with full stamina damage boost of 20%, no 80% SP boost, no extra multipliers, none of that, but he's still fun. I have him max transcended, and I have not stopped using him at all. And you think that this guy would have pretty much fallen off already, but no. This character came out 2.5 years ago, and he's still good. You can use him as a side for, like, you know, okay, I don't want to say ranged captain because Aizen will screw over with Bambi, so, like, sadly, he's definitely not going to help you out in that case. But for ranged Soul Reaper, though, yeah, he helps out a lot. He really does, alongside either you use 7th Anniversary Ichigo or Halloween Noel as the main character. Like, you can still use him for that, and he can still clear his own GQ rotations respectively. That being said, we need to see how well he does for, like, you know, the Nightmare GQ, and it's gonna be coming back next week, but it's not gonna be for ranged Soul Reaper or ranged Captain, so, like, it's unfortunate because I do want to try him out to see how well he's aged. But for Limit Break Request, when he has the rules active, he's actually not that bad. He really isn't. Although 1000 Year Blow or True Shikai Ichigo will just be able to outdamage him as a whole once you inflict status ailments. But if you guys don't have any other better alternatives, this guy's good, but, like, bro, his visuals are amazing. His artwork is amazing. I remember being so hyped back in 6th Anniversary, man. It was crazy. It was actually fantastic. It was a good time to be playing this game. And then, yeah, just that sadly 6th Anniversary for Part 2 didn't really sell well, but Part 1, Aizen just carried the whole damn thing easily. He just carried it. It's crazy, man. Double status elements. He was the very first character to get double status elements. Kit was godly, 3k length beam, 916 to Homing Vortex, and the SA3 being full screen. This is where Killgate got his kit, and Killgate is following 6th Anniversary Aizen's legacy just fine, so, like, he's gonna age well, but Aizen, he's definitely seen a bit better days, but he's still, like, top 10 for heart, which is actually crazy to even think about. Having a character be almost 3 years old, by the way, and the fact that he's still usable in a lot of content just speaks volume. Although, again, the DPS is pretty much what's kind of holding him back from, like, you know, being among the top 10 best characters, but, like, as a favorite character, I still love him. I still love him, and I plan to keep him there among my top 2 most used characters in the game. I'm not even capping. I love this character way too goddamn much. Like, you guys have no idea. And at number 1, look, if you guys have listened to my explanation, I already told you guys, Ulquiorra is my numero uno favorite character, number 2 being tied between Aizen and Ichigo, and number 4 and 5 being tied between Halibo and Yuha. And at number 1, my baby boy, Ulk. Man, this character, back in 3rd Anniversary, I was really hyped. That's where I was at my peak. Like, you guys have no idea. I was still new to the game because I was only, like, not even a year old, well, was about to be with the account, and seeing that character being the anniversary when Ulquiorra was, like, my all-time favorite character, I was hyped. I was really excited, and I had to summon for him, like, you know, back when he first debuted as the 3rd Anniversary character, and it was before I even started making YouTube too, so, like, I wasn't making YouTube at the time. I was just, you know, casually streaming on Twitch, was with my friends on Discord, and they knew how hyped I was. So like, and this guy finally got a remake after like who knows how long. I remember second anniversary Ichigo getting a remake with the art book version. Took a while for him to come into the game again, and he did, and he doesn't disappoint. That being said, his DPS is definitely seen a bit better days, but still a bit more useful than Aizen in this kind of case because he was made specifically for Guild Quest, and now with very hard GQ coming into effect, let's just say that he is bound to get like a replacement. We already do for like Range Hollow because of Halloween Ninny, but for Range Espada, you're still going to be using this character. Like, the kid is good. I love him. He has the 3K length beam, same SA2 as 8th anniversary Ichigo, and then number 3 being a full screen SA3. Still awesome. And yeah, his DPS is still good. Like, he does have Frenzy +1, Berserker 40, 80% SP boost, no increased status omen chance. That's kind of the kicker here. But does have, you know, the Aranka Resonance strong attack skill, and of course, extra 40% damage to status omen affected enemies, which is still quite good. Devastation with bombardment, no weakened defense, and I just love playing as this character, man. I just loved him. Like, I do not regret 5-5ing this character. I am really happy that this guy came into the game again, and I got him. Like, I've not stopped using him, and I got him among the top 5 most used playable characters, so yeah. These two are already in my account, if you guys take a peek into it, but next, I'm definitely going to get Yuha, Ichigo, and Retsu among my top 5 most used characters because I love them too much, especially Yuha and Retsu, so I'm definitely going to be doing that. So, yeah, that's my top 10 favorite characters, and if you guys want to know who I have max transcended from the list, well, I might as well tell you guys. The honorable mentions, he is still 2-5. I don't know why, but I've never pulled any extra copies of him from tickets, and whenever I summon in banners, he's always never there. Ichigo's max transcended, Toki and Halibel are as well. White's only 2-5, Uryu's max transcended, Ichigo 2-5, Killgate 2-5, Asnot max transcended. I do not regret max transcending this character, okay? I went batshit crazy for him, and I don't regret it. I still enjoy this character, believe it or not. He's gonna be one of my most used mind characters alongside Yuha. And he's 2-5, max transcended, max transcended, max transcended, max transcended. So, yeah, that's all you guys really need to know. Let me know who your top 10 favorite characters are in the comment section below. It would be nice to see how you guys feel. That being said, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with my most recent videos. This has been your boy, the Dash Masher, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one. So have a wonderful day, lads. Peace out. Bye. Sayonara. Ciao, ciao.